Brick by brick, cemented into place, every tick of the clock meant another block was added. As time went by, I just wanted to see my mum cry, to see the tears fall from her eyes, to know that she was still human inside. Not just a robot that she'd become, rebuilding our home with her bare hands until her fingers grew numb. Just like my father's heart. When he decided it was okay to leave, when he decided that without his sons and daughters that he would be freed from his responsibility. So my mother stepped up and took on both roles as our mother and our father building a house I never thought could be a home. Pulling strings from distant lands just to make ends meet, an unfed flower strong enough to blossom through concrete. But this euphoria couldn't last forever, and the Queen's reign would come to a halt as my mother watched her son battle a monster because he thought it was his fault. His depression clouded our windows, and all I could do was sit and watch. Could you imagine losing your brother to the demons in his mind, watching as he fell to pieces and no longer recognizing that boy that was left behind? Knowing that there is no cure to the problems that lie within, realizing that no matter how far I stretched, I couldn't reach him. Now what bricks are left start to crumble, and you'd think that my mother would start to fumble. But for our sake, she continues, like cement filling the cracks without any tools, as she reaches for a lost boy's hand and pulls him right out of Neverland. And you wondered how this house survived, how it continued to stand, when its bricks were missing and most of them were cracked. You wondered why my mother chose to stay and fight, when running away was the only thing that seemed right. And I look at you and I smile. I smile because I know that tomorrow the sun will rise again. Breathe with me now, count to 10. Let the sun replace the darkness and keep you warm. Let its hope fill the emptiness and shelter you from the storm. My mother showed me that despite those missing bricks and the cracked ones she can't leave behind, despite those helpless windows that can't help her to unwind, she fights. Every day and every night, my mother fights. Like a tornado, she'll create a path for us to keep to. Our safety net, our Wonder Woman, only God knows how much we need you. My mother showed me that you shouldn't, my mother showed me that you should fight. She fights for us because we are the beauty of her precious tomorrow. We are the light that she can't help but follow. We are the reason she has to fight, and that is why she is my inspiration, the reason I don't fear the night. What the house that my mother has built has taught me is that you can choose to hide in the darkest corners or you can fight. Don't let fear of the unknown stop you from fighting for what you love, because at the end of the day, if you don't fight, you can never win. So fight.